Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Last time, Kyoko got out of the hot seat, and now we're trying to figure out what to do next. We also made it to the halfway point of the trial, so good lord.
If the killer was luring Hiyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? No. I just want this class file to not take 4 hours. If so, we prepared the perfect product for you. God damn it. You will drive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. Called the Logic Dive. In the Logic Dive, you'll control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse course. We'll move sideways. The mouse and accelerate with the control key. Use the right press button to brake, the plus button to jump. Various obstacles you'll encounter as you progress through the course. Make sure you're familiar with the controls before you reach the goal. In turn, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. As you split into different paths, please proceed down the path with the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times on one course. Please be careful. I recommend they make good use of the brake. I'm going to meddlesome advice to you. Press the escape key during the Logic Dive to review the controls. Right, that's an important problem. They returned with evidence after Hiyoko ran out of the beach house. The killer arrived and depart from the beach house. Okay, you gotta focus and think about it. You'll be able to find the answer. Okay. Oh wow. Question 1. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before Hiyoko. Number 2. The killer left after Hiyoko. Whoa. Oh no. Number 3. Where's the killer hiding? The beach house.
It's all coming together!
Is it? I feel like we just revisited what we already know.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
I don't want that to happen to me. You need to answer by any means. Where the killer was hiding.
Crap! Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Literally, I pointed out earlier. How dare you?
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place, cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kinda like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
No.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
Also no.
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
Thank you, Akane.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! You're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
It should just change.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
So Kazuichi, Hiyoko, and then there's that missing 3rd person.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Shut up. Let's go into the final feature non-stop debates. I want you to shut up. I don't want to know. Moving forward, you'll now be able to use the Truth Flashback. On the mouse button, the vertical will change. The mark's weak spot, in the position, be able to memorize it. This phrase can only be fired once, a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change to a different truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. You can use the flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the answer to a alarm mistake in your available truth bullets. You always to memorize a different weak spot. Use it to make a case. It's best time for a flashback. You just have to trust your wits, won't you? By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone if you're using truth flashback. Because remember, it's only effective when refuting points. Well then, good luck and have fun. Shower room, thanks.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right?
Right.
So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare
Oh
it
my
would
God.
definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
The water bottles.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
And the shower that was used.
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Oh wow. Hey girly.
In theory, then, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try think one bucket wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down! We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it wasn't? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words! Oh, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower. Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. I think about it. They would soak their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles. What that person would be.
Seems you've realized who the killer is.
What did I say? What clairvoyance.
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
Killer used plastic water bottles to wash the blood that's splattered onto them. Killer. Mahiru's killer.
You're the only one! Peko. Is it you?
Hey! What are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer!
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Between Kazuichi, why are you two here? I can breathe pretty heavily. I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard!
Whoa. Oh no.
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right?
Why are we yelling?
So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
I'm lying.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't pay attention to the beach house. I did right at the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer!
Why do you care so much?
We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The window.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The only way is from that opening.
I see!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it!
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside!
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Crew is not allowed and must coexist with the island's wonderful nature and mutual prosperity.
Littering is prohibited.
Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Wow, did not even think of that.
No! Please don't be violent.
The killer used an object to escape through the window. They wouldn't be able to get rid of it. The only thing I could think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. That's the case. Focus and think. The object the killer used to escape through the window. God, no. Gotta avoid Hangman's Gambit. I don't want to do this. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Oh, bamboo sword. I got it. That's smart. That's smarty. That's an M. That's an M. There it is. What are the O's? It's so unfun.
I got it!
So remarkably unfun.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Oh, Sonia.
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Which is probably super muscular, so,
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
As time's come for panic talk action. Let's talk a little bit about fever time. The other time. This point you'll be able to use fever time by pressing the space key. The activated tempo will be pushed to its max. It's not all. You won't miss during fever time either. Move the cross button when applicable. You destroy the opponent's verbal assault. When the focus gauge runs out, you make the best possible use of your time. You're not the only one who gets the upper hand. There is one the opponent can use too. The opponent activates that time. The markers will disappear. It's quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. In this case, You decide the rhythm. Not with your eyes, with your ears. You have a passionate heart. Get cleared. You will change the difficulty setting. I'm not gonna tell them that you'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if you want to do that. And then good luck and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
Wait, we're doing Fuyuhiko?
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword?
Why are you yelling? Why do you care?
It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko? Why do you even care?
What did I say?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me!
God, this voice actor.
If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
This poor voice after this recording session. Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you?
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard!
Why did I do that?
Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're
Wow.
pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been— This is the end!
That's a new face from Fuyuhiko.
If she used her bamboo sword as a stepstone, she could have recovered it with her sword back. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a stepstone, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
No! You just back off!
Is it true that you killed
Mika.
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Nope. Because I don't think we're done. I think there's more. I'm gonna end this episode here. I have a feeling we still have a long way to go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.